It's good to see you. It's Friday. That means it's time for the Friday weekly wrap up. My name is Christina Gaudette. My pronouns are she, her. I am your tarot fairy godmother. And we have to start out with a lot of thanks. First of all, thanks to all of you. Thank you to Cassia for helping out with a super chat. I really appreciate that. Looks like I'm lagging here a little bit. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm not sure. I seem stuck here. Let me wait for this to come back. All right. I seem to be back. Obviously, I switched computers. I am now in my reading room, so no card cam today, but that's okay. Let me know that you can see me and hear me. And I appreciate your patience. Mercury retrograde? Maybe. Effects from the storm? Probably not at this point. Will I be upgrading my technology soon? Most definitely. But I'm so happy to see all of you. I am Christina Gaudette. I am your tarot fairy godmother. And we're here on Friday, as we are most Fridays, to do the Friday weekly wrap up. I wanted to start with thank you. Lots of thank yous. Thanks to you, well, for your patience as I get through some tech stuff, but thank you for being here. Thank you to the members. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to everyone who reached out with concern, knowing that I'm here in Florida during the hurricane. I do want to let you know that the part of Florida that my family and I live in is fine, but we're sending lots of love to those people in Southwest Florida who really are going through it. I also now, okay, so caveat. There is no requirement that my good friends, my supporters here on YouTube send me presents. No requirement whatsoever. But boy, when you do, it makes me happy. Yesterday, in the mail, I received this gem, the Universal Celtic Tarot from Clumsy Clairvoyance, who is a member and moderator here. Clumsy, I am so grateful to you for this. Thank you. Obviously, we don't have card cam available today, but still, we're going to use this deck for our readings. And then today, I got to work, and the deck I was asking about at Global Tarot Circle, saying I wish I had, Ben Libra Does Tarot, sent this to me today. And I am planning on using this for our tarot scopes for October. So I want to say thank you, Ben, who is also a member here, Libra Does Tarot, Clumsy Clairvoyance, and they both have YouTube channels, so make sure you check them out. I thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So let's get going. At this point, it looks like I am back and we're good. So thank you for your patience. Of course, those of you who know, like if you've been to StarCon, you know IT John. He's running around fixing things here. But, let's get going. Welcome to my reading room. And let's do this thing. So here we have this. You can see it's a mini deck. It's from Los Scarabeo, and I don't think I was totally cognizant that Los Scarabeo was doing these really great mini decks. Universal Celtic Tarot. The great thing when I have a new deck is y'all get to see a new deck. So again, Clumsy Clairvoyance, thank you so much for this. I also want to say, by the way, thank you so much to Cassia for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So let me just hit a button here. All right. We are going to do a card for the collective, and then we'll do individual requests as I see them in the order that I see them. And I love these little mini decks because they fit right in your purse, and they're so easy to shuffle. Oh my gosh, so great. I gotta tell you, I don't know where you're sitting with this, but I am really in my feelings this week about the passing of Coolio. Oh my gosh. And it's not like if you had said, like who are your top 5 favorite musicians? Coolio wouldn't have been in there, right? But he was so formative, 80s and 90s, which is, those were kind of the decades of my um, not young adulthood, well, youngish adulthood. I graduated high school in 1980. So, yeah, and he was only 59, which, is young from my perspective now. So I'm really feeling the passing of Coolio. I don't know about you. Um, so, right, Maya, you were feeling the same way, right? Right. Nice new shuffle sound. There you go. There you go. Um, and then I just feel slightly guilty, when I think about Coolio. And of course, Gangsta's Paradise was like the seminal hit there. And then whenever I think about Gangsta's Paradise, I'm right away thinking about Amish Paradise because I do love Weird Al. And then I feel slightly guilty. Okay, so let's do a card for the collective to wrap up the week. The Moon Reversed. The Moon Reversed. And so what do we think about that? When I think about the Moon Reversed, I think about coming into a new awareness, coming into a new understanding, seeing things in a different way, and really looking at your own relationship with magic, your own relationship with your own spiritism, with your own psychism. Are you that it's such a hard balance, I think, between being like in that place that this psychologist called magical thinking, which really isn't healthy, and then coming into that place where you're not allowing yourself to be in your magic, which I would also say is not healthy. So I feel like maybe we're all working on what's that right balance for you, where you're grounded but magical, and what does that look like, right? So, is that playing out in your life right now? How is that showing up? Some of the comments here, Delaney. Gangsta's Paradise is one of my favorite songs, but it got me in trouble at the end of my marriage. I got a little gangster from being so hurt. I hear you. All right. I am now scrolling back. I will do requests in the order that I see them, starting with Febborn. Nice to see you. On Monday, you had the 5 of Wands reversed, and if you were here on Monday, and you know what card you had, let me know. You don't have to. That's not a requirement, but it's nice to see the bookends. And I saw one of you said what card you had, but you weren't sure how it played out in your week. That's great. Let me know. If that's the case, let me know, because we can explore that, and that's a lot of fun, right? All right, so Febborn, 5 of Wands reversed. Here's your wrap-up. The 10. Alexa, be quiet. I have no idea what I said that just woke up the smart speaker, but here we are. Okay, February, 10 of Pentacles. So it's interesting. You started the week with the 5 of Wands reversed. We were just maybe try not to be in conflict. And now here you are with the 10 of Pentacles, where I think you're really grounded. I think you have found your core. You have found your root. You have, I think, this week remembered who you are and remembered what your power is. So this is very, very positive. And it reminds you that, your ancestors are with you. Your ancestors are working through you. So I hope you're feeling that power, because it sure does show up in the cards. And I'm already loving this deck. I recognize it as a brave thing to take a deck that you've never worked with before and haven't even seen all the cards and say, okay, I'm now going to read for the public with it. Well, are you really the public? You're really my friends, but in a public setting. But I'm loving this deck. It's reading like butter. All right, mix you here, Michelle. So nice to see you. You had the Hierophant reversed on Monday. All right. Yeah, I remember that. That's good. And now you have the Four of Cups reversed. So making the best of bad situations, they're like with the Hierophant reversed, I think there was this thing of you got to do things your way. You got to follow your own rules. You can't make other people follow your rules, but you also can't let them make you feel bad for being who you are. And with the Four of Cups reversed, there's this sense of, it's disappointing that some people are the way they are, but that is how they are. And we'll just let them be how they are over here. And, be in your own positive space. You're responsible for your own energy. And I think that's what you're working on. Amber A, so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Here is a card for you. You had the Nine of Wands reversed earlier this week. We might have talked about patience. We might have talked about boundaries. When we look now, the Ace of Pentacles reversed. I wonder if you're not feeling as grounded as you need to. I wonder if there are issues with work, with money, with resources. And so it feels like, with those two cards together, it's a bit of a scramble. That in some ways, for your own well-being, emotionally, financially, physically, in terms of relationships, it may have been a bit of a scramble this week. The key here really is to do what you have to do to ground yourself and take care of yourself. That's really the whole thing. All right. Jeannie Mnuchin, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Thanks for the Florida blessings. Monday was the Two of Swords. We end the week for you, Jeannie, with Temperance. And we remember that Temperance is the card of art, of patience, of time, of alchemy. The Two of Swords is paying off. And in both those cards, Two of Swords and Temperance, we see patience, but we also see balance, finding the right balance, putting the time in, making the rough edges smooth so that they fit together. You're doing it. You're making it happen. I sure hope you're feeling it because I'm feeling it for you. Arlette, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So you and Chris both had nines. And not in the most pleasant way. You were the Nine of Cups reversed, and his was the Nine of Swords. And when we see nines, there's this sense of fullness. It's like, I am full up to here. And I think both of you have maybe been feeling that a little bit. So how do we end the week for you? So Arlette, you went from the Nine of Cups reversed to the Eight of Cups reversed. And the thing is, there are ways that you are stuck. You are stuck in your thinking. It could be how you were trained to think or how you were trained to be, and it doesn't serve you. It could be the fear of stepping into something else, something different. But there is a way that you have been very emotionally stuck this week. And you're going to have to release that. You're going to have to let go of that. You're going to have to let yourself become emotionally unstuck. That's what this is all about. And it may be that you're feeling stuck, like you're feeling trapped. And we're all trapped in some way, right? But I think you're probably feeling more trapped than you are. Than you really are, if you know what I mean. Okay, Chris had the Nine of Swords. And today, the Page of Wands. Chris, you are able to learn. You are able to communicate. You are able to create. You have power. And when you get into that Nine of Swords space, you forget your power. And when you forget your power, you're not good to yourself and you're not good for yourself. And, I think sometimes you're not much good for the people around you when you forget your power. So as we come to the end of the week, it's about remembering your intelligence, your skill, your creativity, your passion, remembering your power and what it is and where it is. That's the key. And I want to say thank you to Julie for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Hey, Von Ray. Hope you're doing well, my Florida friend. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. There's a picture of me and Von Ray together in the community thread. Make sure you check that out. See our smiling faces together. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here's a card for the wrap up for Von Ray. The King of Swords. I hope you got some good writing done this week, or some promotion of your writing, or maybe even some thoughts around leadership, where community is concerned, where work is concerned. The King of Swords is a really positive card that puts you in a power position based on your communication abilities, based on your technical abilities, based on your integrity, and based on your good moral compass. And so I hope you are using all of those things this week, because these things are very positively aspected for you this week. All right. Smile Soul 20, so nice to see you. Okay. Thank you for being a member here. We're glad you're here, Smile Soul 20. Your card was the Two of Wands reversed. So let's see what we got here. Two of Wands reversed is a hard card, because it really talks about not being sure what you want, not being sure what you can have, not knowing what to manifest or how to manifest. And we end the week with the Tower, which is also a tough card. It makes me wonder, Smile Soul 20, if you've been having a tough week. There is a clear admonition, though, when we look at these two cards together. Think about what's working and what's not working. Think about what changes you can make. Think about what you have to accept. Think about what you have to let go of. Think about what you have to move through. Think about what you have to heal from. There may be some things that you're wanting, that you're feeling like aren't happening, you can't have, you don't know how to make happen. There are ways to break through that. Think about breaking through barriers. That's what this is really all about. All right. Nalini, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. My card on Monday was the Devil, and Brad's was the Two of Wands reversed. All right, here we go, and glad you made it through the storm as well, my Florida friend. Okay, so you started, Nalini, with the Devil, and you're ending with the Eight of Swords. And it's funny, because even though they're very different elementally and archetypally, I see a real connection between the Devil and the Eight of Swords, because they're both about feeling trapped. And so I feel like there have been ways this week you've been feeling trapped. Either trapped in a circumstance, trapped from things from the past, trapped in your thinking. Your job right now is to think about, in what way am I feeling trapped? And then how do I turn that around to recognize that I'm really not trapped at all? Because much like this winged character here, you can break free. Much like the characters who are enslaved by the Devil, their hands are free. The chains on the neck are loose. You can break free. That is your message for this week, Nalini. Just think about, what are you breaking free from? What does that look like, and how do you do it? Brad, you had the Two of Wands reversed. And you end with the Five of Swords. And so there's this whole thing. Two of Wands reversed is like this not even knowing kind of what you want or what you can have or where you're at or whatever. Five of Swords is getting ready to fight for something. Okay, this is what I want, and I'm going to fight for it. So that's good. Figure out, what do you want? What are you going to fight for? How are you going to fight for it? Be strategic. Fight to win. You can do this. There's power here. Diana Price, it's so nice to see you. Yes, I am safe from Ian. Thank you so much. You had the Seven of Wands on Monday. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Oh, look, man, 777. Seven of Wands on Monday, Seven of Swords today. Are we all loving this deck? I'm loving this deck, right? So when you have more than one 7, it's a reminder that it's your journey. No one can do this for you. This isn't about what other people want. This isn't about what other people think. It's about your journey, what's right for you. And starting with the 7 of Wands, there's like all of this stuff you have to deal with. And then the 7 of Swords, what can I trust? And can I trust myself to make the right choices? Can I trust myself to get all this done? And the answer is yes. It's challenging. Yeah, it's challenging, but this is your journey. And yes, you can trust yourself on it. Absolutely. Hey, Kristen Louise, so nice to see you. I got the 6 of Cups on Monday, finally remembered. Very good. Not sure how that card applied to my week. Maybe today's card can clarify that. Sure. So the 6 of Cups can be as simple as remembering who you are, talking to an old friend, thinking about your life's journey and how where you've been has taken you to where you are, planning a reunion. It could be any of those things. But let's see. Let's look at today's card and see how they come together. I shuffled, but 7 of Swords. So I feel like this is actually healing from things of the past, that whether you recognize this consciously or not, there are things from the past, things that you've been taught to believe about yourself or about life that are not true. And there's something going on internally or externally this week to help you figure out what is really true for you and what is not. And you need to claim your own truth, not some truth that has been superimposed on you by somebody else. All right, and let me just... Oh, Amber A., could the Ace of Pentacles be not comfortable spending money because I have issues with that? It sure could be, especially if that's been a thing this week. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Oh, and Amber A., right, neurological differences. Yep, I hear you. I hear you. Absolutely. And Febborn, aware of the ancestors, feeling them, as always, you're spot on. Jelly Roll, I was wondering if indeed you were Claire, because I know like that's your email, right? So I was wondering, Claire, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Claire, ring in. A, are you still traveling? B, is your home okay? I know kind of where your home is. Is your home okay? And C, if you're planning on coming to StarCon in person in January, get your hotel reservation. We are running out of hotel rooms in the discount block. So check in with us, Claire. We want to make sure you're okay. Oh, Kristen, that makes sense. Okay, very good, very good. All right, let me scroll back. And thank you again, everyone, for being patient with the technical stuff. It's sort of fun. Like, I'm missing card cam in a way, but it's also sort of fun to like invite you into my reading room, which is like where all my personal stuff is, my big table where I read for people, my drums, my many tarot decks, my guitar. You know, it's kind of fun. All right. Tortoiseshell Moon, nice to see you. Your card on Monday was the 8 of Wands, a card to end the week. Yes, indeed. Let's do that. Okay, so 8 of Wands, ending with the 5 of Wands. So we have these 2 Wands cards. So Wands, of course, is your fire energy. That can be creativity. That can be anger. That can be spiritual inspiration. That can be motivation. So hopefully you've had a week where you felt motivated. But it's interesting that you started with the 8 of Wands, which is this very straight on, we're moving forward. Then we end with the 5 of Wands, which is like, and where are we going now? So I feel like there may be some question in whether this is all internal between you and you, or other things or other people coming in to sort of say, yeah, you thought you were going here, but no, maybe you're going here, but you're like, oh, maybe I don't want to go there. So there's a lot of question about what the direction is, but the key is you have energy, you have talent, you have ambition, you have motivation. How do you want to direct that? That's really what we're looking at here. All right, Christina R., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Monday, you had the Eight of Pentacles, so this is great. I love it when people give me feedback. So Christina is in her medical clinicals. She is going to be a nurse midwife. And Eight of Pentacles, of course, is about learning for your career, learning your trade. And she got to perform her first pap smear this week. So, man, the cards do not lie, do they? Very cool. And Karen Winkle would also like a card, and Karen's a member here. We appreciate both of you. Okay. So let's start with you, Christina. Monday was the Eight of Pentacles. We end with the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is a hard card, but it's reversed. And this is a card we like to see reversed. I feel like you're now starting to relax and recognizing that the universe is unfolding as it should. Little weird, not exactly the way you wanted it, but all is okay and it will be okay. And let this be a lesson that informs your entire life. It's like the Rolling Stones school of spirituality. You can't always get what you want, but you will get what you need. And that's important for us all to know. And that's your message, Christina. But it's a good message for all of us. All right, Karen Winkle. Karen, thanks for being a member here. Ace of Wands on Monday. And we know Karen for these past few weeks has been in her new job. King of Pentacles. So starting the week with the Ace of Wands, ending with the King of Pentacles. It feels, Karen, like this week you've really gotten a handle on it. Gotten a handle on the new job. Gotten a handle on what this is and what you're doing and how it works, and that you're really doing well. I feel like it's going well. I feel like we're stable. I feel like you're on top of your game. I sure hope you're feeling that way, because that's how it shows up. Betty Flesher, so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Monday, you had the Two of Swords. And we end with the Three of Wands. What a beautiful progression to go from 2 to 3. Swords to Wands, both those very active energies. And so it feels like you've gotten more into your power this week. You were in a place where you're just like being at peace, not really happy with it, but being at peace. And now you're like, okay, and this is how I move forward. And this is how I be inspired. And this is how I do the things I need to do. So that really is beautiful. Helen, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Monday's card, the Queen of Swords, was spot on. All righty, let's see how we end. Holy! You can't make this stuff up. Okay, here we go. You ready for this? Helen, Monday was the Queen of Swords. Friday, Queen of Swords. Do you believe it? So, you got to know that you're on your right path. You got to know that you're in your right voice. You got to know that you're in your right truth. You just got to keep on nurturing what you know you need to nurture. You just got to recognize the power of your brain. Recognize the power of your breath. Recognize the power of your truth. Recognize the power of your words, because that's pretty darn powerful, isn't it? All right. Hang on. Let me just scroll down real quick. Christina, now need to focus on finding my clinical for next term. I hear you. I hear you. All right. Okay. Scrolling on back here. Ben Libra does tarot, my good friend. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. And thank you for my new present. I haven't even opened it yet. It just arrived right before I had to go live. But I will open it, and I'm using it for tarot scopes. I don't know if Tarot Scopes will be with Card Cam or will be right here. I'm not sure. We'll see what's going on in the other room there. But one way or the other, there will be Tarot Scopes. Oh, and I am going to try a new format for Tarot Scopes. You know, I've been doing like short videos for each sign. And a bunch of you have said, couldn't you do one long video and timestamp it? And I've been like, no, that's not going to happen. But enough of you have asked that now I feel compelled to try to do that. So you'll have to let me know which one you like better. Anyway, Ben, Monday was the Seven of Wands, and it's your birthday today. So let's give you a birthday card, first of all. Okay, so this is not your week card. This is your birthday card. Your card for your birthday is the Five of Wands. As you go into your new personal year, recognize what is growing within you. Recognize the spirit, the fire, the knowledge, the excitement that is growing within you. And recognize that this can take you. What comes after the Five of Wands? The freaking Six of Wands, the card of victory. This is the year that can take you to the victory you want. It will not be an easy journey, but do not give up, and keep the prize in your sights. That's the key. All right, now to end the week, you started with the Seven of Wands. And you're the second one to get this, with the Three of Swords reversed. Let us see this as healing. That this week you have really had some healing energy, recognizing that things are moving forward in a good way, letting go of some fear, letting go of some doubt, and let that be the energy that carries you forward into this new year for you. All right. Pamela's Insight. So nice to see you. Thanks for being a moderator here. Nine of Swords on Monday. So sorry. But look at you. You're so good. You ended up with the Ace of Wands. And Pamela, for those of you who don't know, Pamela is a very fine artist. And of course, the Ace of Wands is such a great card for creativity. And so, I'm thinking about the Nine of Swords can really be that card of sadness, depression, all of that. But isn't that what we can take and channel and turn into art? So many of us make our best art when we are motivated by being in our feelings. And I think you've done that. I think you've really just lit a fire within you, and you are allowing your spirituality and your creativity to move you forward in a beautiful way. Well done. I hope you're feeling that. Clumsy Clairvoyance. Once again, thank you for the gift of this fabulous deck. I am absolutely grooving on it. I hope y'all are too. Thank you for being a moderator, and thanks for being a member. I forgot my Monday card, but may I still have my wrap-up card? Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Here we go. The Knight of Wands reversed. Over these past few weeks, we have seen a lot of forward motion for you, motivation for you, things really going well and moving forward for you. I don't love that this card is reversed, but we recognize that the journey forward is never just like this. It's always like this. And so I feel like this week may have been a good time to sort of reflect on how far you've come and think about kind of what comes next. What do you need to lean into? Where do you need to rest? Where do you need to put your focus? The key is to recognize that your ultimate goals must be spiritual, must be creative, must be fun, and must be about your forward motion. And those energies always have to be the energies that are with you, right? All right, Horace Van Dunn, so nice to see you. Thanks for your good wishes. Yeah, all clear of Hurricane Ian. Thank you for being a member, and thanks for being here. And Monday's card was Temperance, and it's been a good week. That's fabulous. All right. All right, Horace Van Dunn. Monday's card was Temperance. And here we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. And I'm glad it's been a good week. I feel like you've really tried to get a lot done. Like you've really been inspired, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, in all the best ways, in all the fun ways. But focus more on what you did get done the things you didn't get done, you can do those things later. Don't give yourself a hard time there. It feels like you were really sort of on fire to create and to enjoy and to be in the energy. And it can be a feast or famine kind of thing sometimes, where either you're in it or you're not in it. And this week you were really in it. So make sure you nurture yourself, because that takes energy too. All right, Cassia, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Cassia just moved to Florida just in time for the hurricane. Glad you're well. I'm well too. And thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the sun, getting better from bronchitis, power restored. Yes. Here's a card for you. Cassia, the Seven of Swords. I think this has been a really hard week between illness and the hurricane and just moving and not being in your new place yet. It's been hard to feel grounded. It's been hard to know what to trust, but you've done a good job. And what you've learned at the end of the day is you can always trust yourself. And now the clouds are clearing and things are moving forward. So just remember, trust yourself. Okay. All right, here we go. Leslie Jones, thanks for being here. Glad you're here. All right, here's a card for you. The Seven of Cups reversed. Leslie, I feel like this week you've really had to be careful about your emotional well-being. That there's been moments when you're like thinking about all the good things that could happen and all the good things that you could do. And then there's been moments where you have just been not really feeling inspired. And so the key going forward is you really want to focus on inspiration. You want to focus on not so much thinking about what you coulda, woulda, shoulda, wish, whatever, but what is possible, and find the possibilities and go for the possibilities. Okay, baby cakes, nice to see you. And thanks for the good wishes. I'm on the Treasure Coast of Florida where we, little wind, little rain. A few of us lost power. We didn't. I think most people have their power restored now. And I hate to say that, electricity, you always have power. Whether or not you have electricity, you always have power, right? So on Monday, it was the Three of Wands reversed. I remember that. Let's see, how do we turn it around? The Ace of Swords reversed. Baby cakes, I think you're in a little bit of a quandary, a funk, where you're really thinking about like what's working in your life and what's not working in your life. And what do you have to do to make that different? What do you have to do to turn that around? I don't feel like it was the easiest week for you. And I think that a lot is being pointed out in terms of what is working for you, what's not working for you, what you do like, what you don't like. And I think that it doesn't sound fun, but I think it's a valuable process, because the more you know what you want, the more you can get what you want. And you have to believe that too, because I think sometimes you don't always believe that. Sometimes you don't always believe you can get what you want. So work on that. Linda Armstrong, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Samira, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. The next request I see is Rosie Telser. So nice to see you. Here is a card to end your week. All right. Rosie, Page of Pentacles reversed. This week there may have been some communication issues. There may have been some questions around money, around work, around what you want to do. You may be thinking about kind of how you want to go forward and trying to make plans, but you may not have all the information you need. So it may not have been the easiest week. The thing to focus on is, what do you know? What do you need to know? How do you stay grounded? What do you need to do? And how do you do it? Those are the things you have to look at. Okay, Samira. So on Friday, we do a card to wrap up the week. I'm happy to do that for you. Man, the Seven of Swords. I've been shuffling, But this has been a very popular card, and I feel like this week you have real questions about trust. Trusting your instinct, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, trusting other people, trusting the outcome of things. And it may be that you are having trust issues because there's something going on around you that you shouldn't trust. And so I think you have to look very carefully at what you got going on and figure out what indeed is trustworthy and what is not. Jackie Masters, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. So your card for the week with the 4 was the 4 of Wands. And I hope you've had an absolutely wonderful week. As the 4 of Wands might indicate, when we look, we end the week with the Hierophant reversed. And I feel like this is you, like the 4 of Wands is this really safe box to be in. And then the Hierophant reversed is like, okay, how and in what way do I come out of the box? And so I feel like this week you really starting to think about, okay, here's my baseline. Here's what I can count on. Here's what's safe. And now how do I grow? And how do I grow in the way that works for me? And I think that's what you're working on. And it's a beautiful thing. I love to see it. Karen Hendershot, my friend, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I remember you had the devil on Monday. Let's see how you ended the week. So you end the week with the Knight of Swords. I think that you were able to correct some things with swift communication, which is really the key. And I think that you've got an idea of how to move yourself forward. It's not easy, but you're going to do it. So logic, communication, and swift motion saves the day. Okay, Catherine Fan, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Okay. Catherine Fan, Knight of Pentacles reversed. This may have been a little bit of a tough week, maybe with work or some other practical things going on. Things may not be moving forward the way you want them to be. I think that it begs the question, like, are there things you can do to move things forward more rapidly, differently, in a different direction? Where do you have power here and what can you do? I'm strongly getting the sense that, yes, there are some things that are out of your control, but there are some things that are in your control too. So go for that. Okay. Jelly Roll, Claire, so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. All right, here we go. Claire, the 10 of Cups. And of course, I was a little worried about you knowing where you live in Florida. But 10 of Cups makes me think that I know you've been traveling too. Makes me think you had a good week and all is well with you and your family. That's what I'm seeing it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it unless you tell me differently. I feel like, this feels all good. It feels good for health. It feels good for family. It feels good for safety. It feels good for having fun. So I hope indeed that has been your week. Melissa Kenny, I'm so happy to see you. Hope you're doing well. Glad you're here. Okay. And moderators, thank y'all for shepherding everyone through the computer crash and change. Appreciate that. Okay, Lisa McCord, nice to see you. You had the Tower reversed. I remember that. Oh, my goodness. But you end with the 9 of Wands. Not the easiest week, but you got through it. You're a soldier. You'll do what you have to do. You got through it. Everything's fine. I think you need like a massage and a spa day, but you're fine. You got through it. Patient, strong, good. Be proud of yourself. Maya Turner, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. A card for the end of the week, most certainly. You're not the first one to get this, the King of Swords. I think you had a very good week this week, being a good leader, a good communicator, taking care of the things you need to do, being in your integrity, and being a good exemplar to others. Very well done. Jelly Roll, Claire, you're driving in Utah right now. Very good. And your house is okay. That's perfect. That's perfect. Chara Saddlemeyer, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. And thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a wrap-up card for you. Page of Wands. You're a student right now, aren't you? Because Page of Wands is such a good card for being a student. One way or the other, being an actual student of school, a student of life, this week you were learning, you were growing, you were creating, you are following the energy as the energy moves you, you are expressing yourself. I think you had a very good week learning, growing, expressing, creating. Very well done. Okay. Hey, Medea Ness, nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. Page of Cups reversed on Monday. Here's your wrap up. The Eight of Pentacles. So you did a good job turning things around, Medea. You did a really, really good job. You started out like not being in your heart, not being in your voice. You turned it around. You're like, I'm going to learn, I'm going to work, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make this happen and make it happen. You did. Very well done. So good. Teresa C., thank you so much for being a member and thanks for being a moderator. Monday, you had the Lovers reversed. Today, the Ten of Swords reversed. Man, I don't think this is like bad. I think you're going through an internal reckoning, figuring out that you get to choose and figuring out how choices of the past have not necessarily helped you and how you can choose better now and how you are choosing better now and how you are sort of the master of your own destiny and you get to do what you want to do. Thank you very much. So it really is good. It really is powerful, but maybe not easy. Oh, and Melissa Kenny, thank you for mentioning Gangsta's Paradise. Coolio's seminal hit goes with a great movie as well. Yes, absolutely. Hey, thanks for the feedback, Amber. Appreciate that. Robin Renee, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for naming me the notorious tarot fairy godmother. And thanks for using members only emojis. Really appreciate you. Here's a card for you for the end of the week. The Queen of Wands. How great is that? Robin Renee, this week, you are in your power. You are nurturing energy. You are keeping your humor. You are keeping your magic. You're on fire. And you just keep on being that person on fire. And not on fire with rage. Let that be a slow burning anger. And let that take you forward with creativity, with humor, with passion to go where you need to go. And Nalini, I haven't been allowing my inner magic. It's like I died inside. Quite frankly, I'm tired of my own stuckness. I hear you. I know what it feels like to be in that place, but I also know you can come out of it. I know it. Okay. Right. Okay, hang on 1 second here. 1 second. So, let's see. Hang on, just scrolling. Julie Rogan, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for the super chat. Monday, you had the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And today, the Two of Swords. I think that you did a good job this week, just sort of being at peace with the push and pull of life, making the decisions that you needed to make, being patient when you needed to be patient, recognizing that not everything is going exactly the way you want it as quickly as you would like, and it's not easy and it's not great, but you found your peace anyway. And that's the whole key, isn't it? Not to let other people and other situations steal your peace. I think you did a good job with that. Ashley, lost power due to the storm. I know you're in Tampa. You were bracing for a direct hit. Didn't get it. Glad for that. Here's your end of the week card. The Page of Pentacles reversed. I feel like, and some of this could just be storm related, but I feel like this week there has been a lot of question about what to do, what to plan, how you want to go forward in your life, what that feels like. I really do feel like, not only storm planning for the week, but some larger planning for life and taking some time and figuring that out. Recognize your intelligence. Recognize your ability to create what you want to create. I think sometimes you doubt yourself in those ways more than you should. Gemini Sun, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a moderator. Here is a card for you. The Knight of Wands reversed. So this could just have been storm related, certainly. But I feel like this week you might have felt a little stuck. And I mean, you're a stay-at-home mom with kids during a hurricane. It could just be that. But I wonder if there's other ways you have not been feeling your best. This could be a call for your own self-care. So do pay attention to that. Clumsy Clairvoyance, I can timestamp it for you, Christiana. Man, I might reach out for you on that because my time-stamping skills are a little weak. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Oh, Ben, there you go. Going into your moon year card. Tying it all nicely with healing too. In and out, in with the old, out with the old, in with the new. Yeah, absolutely. And Pamela, you did have a rough week physically. And you did have a vision and ended up doing a painting from your mind. Yes, send it to me, please, please, please. Okay. Oh, Von Ray, good for you, man. I'm loving this feedback. I won't read it all aloud in the interest of time, but I'm seeing it very, very good. Okay, so Jaya M, we're doing a card for the week that has been. This is your Friday weekly wrap-up. Happy to do this for you. The King of Pentacles reversed. So you were asking about career, and honestly, you need a change. This card comes up to say it is time for a change. Ask for a change, look for a change, get a change. That's what you need. Medea, did you miss your card? Yes. Yes, you did. Do I remember what it was? No, I do not, but I remember that it was actually pretty good. So I think it's worth going back to it, honestly. Okay. Hey, Robin's Nest, thanks for being here. Jenny, nice to see you. Yours is the next request that I see. Oh, and Medea, you got it. It was the Eight of Pentacles. There you go. All right, Jenny, this is for you. The Hermit. So, Jenny, this week there may have been a little bit of loneliness, but also some real spiritual growth, some real development of wisdom, some real being comfortable in your own skin and personal growth. And sometimes those things go together. You need to get on your own, even when it's uncomfortable, to do that deep work. Elizabeth, so nice to see you. Elizabeth Peralta, nice to see you. Thank you. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. All right. So, Elizabeth, here's your card for the week. The King of Wands. Look at you. So this week you were a great leader. You were creative. You kept your sense of humor. You kept your inspiration, and you inspired others. Well done. Hey, Zuri, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you did okay in the hurricane. I know you really right down the street from me, so I assume you did. Here's a card for the weekly wrap-up. Temperance Reversed. So I really feel like this is okay. I mean, sure, your work might have gotten interrupted by hurricane prep or whatever, but I feel like you're doing so much creating and working with the community, temperance being the card of art, but also patience, getting things done, finding the right blend. Maybe not the easiest this week, but you are doing it, Zuri, and that's the important thing. Oh, Jenny, Christiana, I'm shocked. My mom and dad just talked to me about this. They were worried about me because I barely left my room this week. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, so Robin, did you ask for a card? Robin's Nest. So since you're new here, what you got to do is ask for a card. I just did it for you. Here's a card for you to wrap up your week, Robin's Nest. And we're so happy that you are here. So this week for you, is Justice Reversed. Justice Reversed. Robin's Nest, there may be some things in your life, especially this week, that have been out of balance. Some ways that you have felt treated unfairly, or maybe haven't treated yourself fairly. Maybe you need to advocate for yourself more. So looking for balance, looking for advocacy, and if there's something going on when where you feel like you're not being treated fairly, what can you do to fix it? That's the question. Clumsy Clairvoyance. So here's how this worked. My first book was Fortune Stellar, second book Tarot Tour Guide, and then they're both in their second edition, and second edition came out in that order as well. First Fortune Stellar, then Tarot Tour Guide. Absolutely. Okay, and Nalini, a card for your mom who's traveling today. Certainly. Eight of Swords. Your mom has a lot of anxiety. She may have anxiety around traveling. She may have anxiety about life. It may be both. Do not let your mom's anxiety cause you anxiety. That's the key. Robin's Nest, that was pretty spot on. There you go. That's what we do here, my friends. All right. Thanks for sticking with me through technical stuff. We pulled it out in the end, so that's all good. One way or the other, I don't know from which room, but I'll be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time with your Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you bring me a specific question and I'll give you a specific answer. I am available for readings, phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, right here at this here table. Reach out. Happy to talk with you. And if you're coming to StarCon in person, get your ticket and get your hotel room reservations because our hotel room block is going to run out pretty soon. Lydia, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. It is last call for readings, y'all. If I accidentally skipped you, please do reiterate. If you haven't asked yet, please do, as Lydia just did. Here is your card to wrap up the week. The Ten of Swords reversed. It could be worse. It was worse. It's better now. Week may have started out hard, but I think you've done a good job getting out of the difficulty, sorting things out. Here comes the sun. Things are getting better. All right. My friends, I appreciate all of you. Look for tarot scopes tomorrow. Again, not sure which computer I'm doing them from, but I know which deck I'm going to be using. Again, big thanks to Clumsy Clairvoyance for the deck we used today. Big thanks to Ben Libra Does Tarot. It's his birthday and I got a present. I don't know how that happened. Happy birthday, Ben, and thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Please like this video. If you have not subscribed, please do. I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.